We are the Liberty Intelligence Organization Network.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm trying to think of a better way to start it off than always saying welcome back, because I feel like I've said that in every segment thus far. So I'll start thinking of some more dynamic stuff. But in the last segment, again, we're in broadcast number 2. This is segment number 2. I gave you guys an outline of some of the topics we're going to talk about, and I've already linked to a lot of the stuff. I got some more links together, and I'm going to try to continue to find additional links for this broadcast initially, for this broadcast primarily, that I can put in the videos, even though I've already linked to a lot of this stuff in broadcast number 1. I'll just throw more links in there. What I want to talk about in this segment is really the awakening process. Again, I want to talk about this because I encourage, one of the things we're trying to do is encourage other people to get active, to start doing the things that we do here. Find out information, learn about the world, and then tell other people about the world any means you can. Again, I don't just make the Liberty Intelligence Organization Network. I get out there and talk to people too. When I'm at work, I talk to my coworkers, I talk to customers at my retail store about this stuff. And it's got me into maybe some fishy territory where it might be getting dangerous for me, but you know what? You have to do this. There was a great speaker back in the 60s during the Civil Rights Movement, and he said something along the lines of, there's this great machine trying to trump freedom. Back in the 60s, for those of you who don't know, the Civil Rights Movement was about ending segregation and making sure that all people, no matter the color of your skin, you're viewed the same by government, by employers, by everyone. You're viewed as a human being as opposed to as a white person, as a black person, as a Latino person. They were trying to encourage people to start viewing other people as human beings. So this guy was saying that there is this big mechanism that's trying to destroy freedom, and it's trying to keep us divided and keep us separate. He said when it gets to the point that it's so bad, I wish I could remember this guy's name. It's a great quote. I encourage in one of the documentaries, if you check out Documentaries of Knowledge, which is a playlist I put together on our channel. It's the most recent video. I've been uploading those too. I've been adding to the playlist there, and I'm going to add more soon. But I just watched another documentary I just added, and his speech was in it. And I forget his name, but anyway, he said this machine gets so powerful and so corrupt. We just have to start throwing our bodies onto it and stop it. Throw our bodies into the gears and into the mechanism until it stops. And then say, if you ever want this mechanism to go forward again, you have to give us freedom. We will not let the mechanism work without being free. And I mean, it was just a great Liberty speech. I might plug it in another broadcast, or say it in another broadcast for one of the Liberty introduction speeches, or introduction quotes, maybe later on for another broadcast. But again, I want to talk about the awakening process here. And the reason I bring this up is because I encourage people to go out there and talk, and I go out there and talk, and some of the stuff you're going to get, again, this is the big turnoff. A lot of people just may know about this stuff, but don't do anything about it or don't act upon it because they're scared of being socially ridiculed or made fun of. Again, you have to remember, the people who are going to make fun of you and ignore this, they're zombies. You should pity them. I feel bad for people now when they refuse to acknowledge facts. I say, you're refusing to acknowledge facts. And you're just attacking me. You're calling me crazy. You're calling me stupid. You say, I don't know what I'm talking about. When you're the one who doesn't know what you're talking about, you're the one who's acting crazy and stupid. The man is running us down with a big-ass train, and I'm trying to say, let's stop the train, and you're telling me the train doesn't exist. You're the crazy one. You have to, and I say this because for those of you who are becoming awakened and getting encouraged to talk to other people, you're going to run into zombies who are going to call you crazy. They're going to attack your character. They'll call you racist. They'll call you sexist. They'll call you all types of names just to humanize you and make you, try to make you feel stupid and weak. When really you should just pity them and feel stronger, feel more empowered. I mean, it's really hard to feel more empowered because I feel really bad when people just refuse to acknowledge the truth as it is. I'm like, what is it? And the New World Order has really screwed them up. And it upsets me because I want them to regain their humanity and become human beings and active individuals on this planet again. And I see so many people who, again, I see a lot of encouraging stuff and I see a lot of non-encouraging stuff. But I wanted to talk about the awakening process in this one. Let me do a time check because I've just been giving you all some analysis of the New World Order. Alright, so in order to talk about the awakening process, again, I've already mentioned, you're going to run into zombies who are just going to call you crazy. I myself got into the awakening process through my science fiction novels that I've been working on, and that's how I started researching this stuff. And again, that eventually led me to the Illuminati, and I started looking into the Illuminati. Again, it's these 13 families that have been around for a very long time. They changed their names over time because they moved to different parts of the world. And I mean, if you don't believe that people change their name as they move, did you know that a lot of German immigrants who left Nazi Germany and came to the United States changed their names to sound less German so they wouldn't be ridiculed? Again, families do change family names over time. And then after, I started researching the Illuminati, and then I got to college, and I started college as an art major because I wanted to do my sci-fi novels, and a lot of it was illustrations. But then I really got into history and had some really great history professors that taught me a lot of stuff. And I started studying history, and then when I looked into history, it fit with the Illuminati stuff, and then I really learned about the ancient alien stuff and started looking into this, although I now know that ancient aliens is, eventually you learn that some stuff you may think is part of the real New World Order is really, it's part of the New World Order, but it's not what you think it is. Again, the ancient alien thing is just another thing to try and get us to believe this ideal that in 2012, these aliens or whatever are going to come down, or something's going to happen, and then something big's going to show up, and the New World Order is basically going to step forward and say, in order to save everything, we need a New World Order. Everyone needs to believe in one world government. Or, the aliens will come down and they'll say, the great God Sky King returned and told us that we are the leaders, us elitists, we rule you all. Something like that will happen. And then I started looking into politics and political institutions and political ideologies. And eventually the final part that really awakened me was looking into demonic possession, a study of cults, Satanism, and demonic possession. And really, for people who don't believe in demonic possession, first of all, if you're a Christian or a Jew or a Muslim, there's the three main faiths. All of those faiths talk about demonic possession. That's what Jesus Christ went around doing for the majority of his life, was taking demons out of people. That's what Muhammad talked about, was taking demons out of people. So demonic possession is very real, and again, we're going to get into that stuff the further we get along with the Liberty Intelligence Organization Network. But again, that was my awakening process, and again, it wasn't until I really started looking into demonic possession, and again, that brought me first full circle, because my science fiction novels were about demons conquering the earth. Hell, a gateway to hell opens up, and the demons return to earth. Except it's much bigger than just that one little thing. That's just a part of it. But again, it brought it first full circle. I was like, wow, maybe my science fiction novels have more truth than I gave them credit for when I initially started them 14 years ago. So that was my awakening process. And again, now I've gotten to this point today where I have the information. I've learned how to research it all, and then I present it to other people to try and wake them up. And again, I was watching Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, last night. It's a funny movie, and there's the part where he's outlining this crime scene. Police have said is a suicide, and he goes in and he says, no, he was murdered, and he finds all this evidence that the police missed. And then at the end, he says, I have exorcised the demon, and then he walks out of there. And I'm like, well, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to exorcise the demons off the planet Earth. We're trying to free your mind from this evil that is taking control here. And it's all based in all this stuff we're talking about, and it calls itself the New World Order. That's what it calls itself. So this is basically a segment on awakening and encouraging other people to awaken others. If you're awake, awake other people. If you're not awake, keep tuning in or look into some of the stuff we've talked about, some of the news sources we've plugged. So thanks again for joining us. Stay strong, stay safe, stay free, stay informed.